When I was 7, I had my first intrusive thought, and at the time we didn't know what it was, where it came from or what to do about it. When I was 9 years old, I was diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder, generalised anxiety disorder and recurring depression. My name's Mia, I'm 20, I live on the Gold Coast with my flatmate and my 7 pet rats. I really enjoy baking, reading, cold rainy days and dismal weather. I study full-time and I manage to hold down a job. Living with mental illness definitely isn't pretty or easy, but it certainly adds an interesting aspect and dimension to my life. Obsessive compulsive disorder is usually defined by intrusive thoughts, and those intrusive thoughts can differ from person to person, but they come across as extremely traumatic and they affect people's lives in ways that usually no one else understands. For me personally, they're usually characterised by sexually connotated ideas, whether that being cheating on a partner or being sexually assaulted or anything to do with that kind of stuff. What people see mainly is the rituals that people with OCD partake in, and the reason that we partake in them is because we're trying to cleanse our mind of these things. And that may come across as really stereotypical, but a lot of the things that happen with OCD happen inside people's heads. And that's what's so misunderstood about it, is that there's so much more than what's on the surface. When I was younger and my mum was trying to help us figure out what was going on inside my head, she took us to lots and lots and lots of doctors and specialists, and no one said that I was bad enough to get the help that I needed. So one night when we came home from the doctors and they didn't have anything to help my mum with, she went into my bedroom when I was trying to put my pajama pants on, and it was taking me 20 minutes while I was screaming in trauma, just trying to put one leg through one of the holes. She took her phone out and recorded me, and when we went to the doctors next time, she showed them and asked them if this was bad enough. I ended up going into the Child Youth Mental Health Service and got help through them, but luckily for me, nowadays I see Headspace and they provide me with free services from GP to psychologist and psychiatrist, and I can feel a part of a community there and I can feel safe and everyone knows me and everyone wants to help me, so there's no amount of thanks that I can say for them. To people who are also struggling from mental health issues or aren't feeling that well, I'd say that it's okay to take it as slow as you need to, whether that's day by day or hour by hour, because in the end, you need to look after yourself, and all that matters is how you see yourself, not how others see you. And eventually, they'll learn to understand, because it'll become more socially acceptable to not be okay. But until then, you need to make sure that you look after yourself, however that may be.